welcome to Final Score. The footballing elite may have had Europe on their minds this week, but they're back to the bread and butter business of domestic football today. There's nothing mundane about what we've seen so far this afternoon. Martin Keown, Garth Crooks and Steve Claridge have been engrossed in a fabulous afternoon of football with plenty of controversy too. But before we hear from the panel, let's bring you right up to speed with what's happened in the last hour and a half or so. Tottenham 1, Birmingham 1. Lee Bowie has cancelled out Peter Crouch's opener for Spurs at White Hart Lane. It's Chelsea an early kick-off 3, Burnley 0. A bridge too far for Burnley in that match. Bolton 2, Liverpool 2. Twice they've come from behind Liverpool to equalise at Bolton, who've had Sean Davis sent off. Stoke 1, Sunderland 0. Dave Kitson's first goal for Stoke has given them the advantage over Sunderland for the moment. It's Blackburn 0, West Ham 0. A frustrating afternoon for those two. Wolverhampton 1, Hull 1, with Wolves cancelling out Giovanni's opener for Hull. Let's have a look at the Championship. Doncaster Rovers race into a shock lead over table-topping Cardiff. West Brom making good progress at Bramall Lane. They look to leapfrog Cardiff at the top. And Notts Forest win the East Midlands derby. There was controversy at the City Ground on the pitch. OK, let's go straight to White Hart Lane, where Birmingham City are the visitors and Tottenham were the league leaders this morning. Chelsea, of course, have knocked them off the top spot for now. Is it a temporary blip or not, Andrew James?
Well, one wonders, Gabby, because you can see more goals in this game. Tottenham, it was completely one-sided first half. They had completely the better of that, but goalless at half-time. They were forced to send on Peter Crouch because of an injury to Luka Modric, and after 4 attempts, 2 that were headed off the line, Crouch finally broke the deadlock with a header from Aaron Lennon's free kick. But within minutes of that, Birmingham sent on their substitute Christian Benitez, who has the nickname of Chucho, little dog, I'm reassured, in the local dialect, and he went running in towards goal. Cudicini couldn't deal with it, and when the ball fell loose, it fell loose to Lee Bowyer, and he put the ball into an empty net for the Birmingham equaliser. Spurs could have scored 10. They've only scored 1, and so have Birmingham, 1-1.
OK, to the Reebok. Bolton started the day with no points, no goals. Liverpool, the visitors, have had a dreadful start to their campaign. Is it getting any better for the Reds, James Mason?
It's debatable, Gabby. It's Bolton 2, Liverpool 2. A match full of incidents so far, with Bolton taking the lead twice. Firstly through Kevin Davies before Glenn Johnson equalised just before half-time for Liverpool. But Tamir Cohen drilled Bolton back into the lead just after half-time. But just as in the first 45, Liverpool levelled again with the best move of the match as Dirk Kuyt combined beautifully with Fernando Torres before the Spaniard smashed his shot home. That was shortly after Bolton. Sean Davis was harshly sent off, you can argue, for 2 bookable offences. That's changed the complexity of the match as Liverpool now pour forward at every opportunity. And with 12 minutes to go, it's Bolton 2, Liverpool 2.
Sunderland are enjoying their best ever start to a Premier League campaign. They're at the Britannia Stadium, where Stoke won 35 points last season. Well, where are the spoils heading today, Ben Jacobs?
To the home side at the moment, Gabby. Stoke 1, Sunderland 0. Dave Kitson's second goal in a week separates these sides. A right foot volley forced through the crowd just before half-time after Kenwyne Jones failed to clear Liam Lawrence's set piece. Campbell turns inside the area as I speak and fires over the bar. That's one of Sunderland's few efforts on goal. Takes a deflection and goes out for a corner. Liam Lawrence has been superb for Stoke. He's also seen a shot cleared off the line by Bardsley and a header into the side netting. Sunderland have offered very little, but with Jones, Bent, Campbell and Reid all on, Stoke are going to have to concentrate as they look to move into the top 4. Stoke 1, Sunderland 0.
Well, it's been a dreadful week for West Ham. They're at Ewood Park. Has the week got any better? David Garrido.
Not particularly. Blackburn 0, West Ham 0. Both teams reverting to type here. Rovers with a physical approach. West Ham playing the prettier football. Jason Roberts going close early on for Blackburn. The toe poke at full stretch, just the wrong side of the post. Chris Samba thundered over the bar as well. Sub David Hoylett has just been put through by David Dunn. Tried to chip keeper Rob Green from distance. Brushed the top of the net. Most of the Hammers' chances have fallen to Carlton Cole. Twice hitting over. Both sides industrious, but neither with the necessary incision. Blackburn 0, West Ham 0.
We'll go to Molineux in a minute, but first of all to Ashton Gate. Bristol City haven't lost in 13 home matches. Middlesbrough haven't lost this season. Tony Colliver, what's happened there?
We've just had a goal to the visitors. It's Bristol City 1, Middlesbrough 1. Lewis Carey allegedly handling inside the box following a Jeremy Aliadier cross, and there was Adam Johnson to drill the ball home. Nicky Maynard fired the home side into the lead just 3 minutes before. Bristol City 1, Middlesbrough 1.
Let's go to Home Park. Sheffield Wednesday were 2-0 up. Hamish Marshall, what's happened?
The lead's been cut. It's 2-1. Plymouth got themselves back into this game. A free kick from 25 yards out. Alan Gow, who signed from Rangers a couple of weeks ago, it's his full home debut today, and he's got a cracking free kick from 25 yards. Wednesday, though, still lead with a goal in each half. A Richard Wood header in the first half, and then a penalty from Marcus Tudgay after a foul by Marcel Sipe on Luke Varney. We've got 10 minutes to go. Plymouth chasing the game. They still trail, though, 2-1.
Wolves and Hull have only drawn once in 14 meetings. Which way is this one going to go? Andy May.
Well, it's perhaps a bit early, isn't it, Gabby, for a 6-pointer this season, but both these two are struggling and favourites to go down. 1-1 the score. Wolves are the better side. Hull actually went ahead in the 3rd minute. Giovanni rising at the far post to nod home a Hunt cross. Stearman equalised with a flick on from a free kick just after the restart. Keogh, Jarvis, Milias and new signing Doyle have all gone close to grabbing a second for Mick McCarthy's men. There's still a winner in them. Hull, I think, will do well to walk away with a point. Wolves 1, Hull 1.
Well, Burnley have taken some big scalps at home this season already. Could their giant killing continue on the way things stand? They're going to have the lead on their own because Tottenham are drawing at the moment with Birmingham City, and it came from nowhere apparently, that equaliser.
Spurs have had a great chance to go top today, and it looks like they've blown it. The series of events, Jermaine Defoe first half should have scored, doesn't. Second half, it's a bit clunky, the performance, so Harry brings on Crouch, who he has 2 attempts cleared off the line, hits the bar, eventually gets the goal. And Boonga goes straight up with their end. And Houghton, who's come on as a sub, freezes in the box.
We should say, because this happened early on, Ledley King taken off with a groin injury.
Ledley King's taken off. Modric goes off. Alan Houghton freezes. Boyer scores a goal. It's 1-1. And Defoe's now just been walked off with an injury. So King, Defoe and Modric have all gone on and could be missing games. So suddenly, from being top of the table this morning, they're all over the place.
OK, I've got some goal news, and it's coming from the Reebok Stadium. James Mason, which way's it gone?
Would you believe it's gone to Liverpool late on? Steven Gerrard has scored. He's come under some criticism from his manager this week, but with 7 minutes to go, he's struck from just inside the area. A wonderful ball just landed at his feet, and he's just struck it superbly. So they've come back 3 times now. They've been behind twice in the game, and Steven Gerrard strikes from outside, just inside the area, in fact, and it's now Bolton 2, Liverpool 3.
Well, what a response from Steve Gerrard. His manager singled him out as somebody he wants to see more from. Perhaps that is one thing to discuss, but also the effect of the Sean Davis sending off on Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, that is... That was that's a difficult one because, I mean, what's actually happening is that one player has crossed the other. Is it accidental? Has he meant to bring him down, Sean Davis? Lucas has got the wrong side of him. You don't know. The referee's taken the view that he's brought him down. He's sent him off. They're 2-1 up at that stage. Liverpool then go on, get the equaliser, and you've got a feeling, 25 minutes to go, something like that.
Was it malicious? Was it a booking?
It's how you want to. How you read it.
I think otherwise
it's a tough one.
He's cut Bolton's throat.
It's probably I mean, it's
it
probably,
wasn't malicious.
It's
He clipped
harsh.
him, and he's gone on. And I think Megson will be furious at full time.
The one thing certain though, Gerrard. I mean, if you look at this, his manager's asked for more. The strike tonight, what a fantastic strike from a great player.
How many times has he got them out of a hole?
Unbelievable.
How many times has one player...
The referees changed the face of this game, and he shouldn't have done it.
They don't look like champions, though, at this point of the season, Liverpool, but this would be a vital 3 points for them.
Turning point, perhaps. And what about Stoke today? And we know the record that they had at the Britannia last season, 35 points. It practically, on its own, kept them in the Premier League. And now Dave Kitson, first goal in 14 months, looks like it's going to be the winner against Sunderland.
We wait for a bus forever, and suddenly 2 come on at the same time. Second goal in 2 games. Kitson's doing very well again. But Sunderland have done well this game and really should have something out of this, and they've not. And Stoke have worn them down, and got what they got.
It's all about set pieces. Every time you watch, Delap's putting a long throw in. It's not pretty. I'm surprised actually Peter Reid's gone there, and you wonder Chunchai's just gone to the club. Is that his influence? But when you go to the Britannia, you're going to be in for a hard game, and today it looks like another 3 points for them.
Peter Reid will not change Tony Pulis's
No, absolutely not. No, I play for Tony, and that's the way that Tony plays, What you do get, and what he'll be very, very pleased with, is that every time you beat Stoke, they make you work hard. They give you nothing. And yet again, they've given Sunderland absolutely nothing in this game.
And there's always going to be room for a team like that in the Premier League, isn't there?
If they're successful in this and they're winning, absolutely, it's all about winning, isn't it?
It's not pretty, though.
No, it's all about winning.
OK, a clough at the City Ground. Nigel took Derby County to Nottingham Forest for a lunchtime kick-off and the 75th East Midlands derby. The host without a win this season, and Ivan Gaskell was there.
Forest 3, Derby 2. Questions will be asked after a final whistle brawl in which players and club officials from both clubs squared up in ugly scenes right in front of Derby's fans. It was an unseemly finale to an otherwise breathless, riveting game. Through Majewski, Blackstock claiming the second, and Tyson, Forest raced to a 3-0 lead. But 2 own goals dragged Derby back into a vibrant finish, only partly spoiled by those final distasteful scenes. Forest 3, Derby 2.
Well, he mentioned there, Ivan, the unsavoury scenes. Here they are, with Nottingham Forest striker Nathan Tyson brandishing the corner flag and celebrating in front of the Derby supporters. What was he thinking? It prompted an angry reaction from the fans and some of the Derby players, of course, and obviously scenes we didn't want to see, especially in the wake of the midweek crowd trouble in the match between West Ham and Millwall. Billy Davies was down the tunnel, then he came back out again. In our interview with him, he said that he hadn't seen what had precipitated all of this. I'm sure he will later on. He'll have words. Will the Football League have words with the players? We would hope so. But, you know, I think credit as well to the fans there for staying off the pitch, Steve Claridge.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we're, in effect, I mean, the players are going towards the Derby crowd. They're the ones that have been incited from Nathan Tyson. Yeah, as you can see, there are no police. It's only stewards. Stewards have kept them back, as you say. A G up for the crowd who behaved impeccably there.
You'll see the goals, of course, from that on the red button when we leave BBC One a little bit later on. But let's go to the Keepmoat Stadium now, where the league leaders are the visitors. And Steve Lee is watching for us.
Just a few minutes left. It's Doncaster 2, Cardiff 0. Frustration for Dave Jones and the league leaders. Outrun, out-muscled and outscored by Donny. 2 goals inside the first 17 minutes did the damage. Adam Lockwood and James Hayter scoring. Cardiff didn't have a single shot in the first half. They've done better after the break, but the country's leading scorer Michael Chopra has missed horribly Peter Whittingham's effort, beaten out by Neil Sullivan. Doncaster heading for their first league win of the season, 2-0 and 3 minutes to go.
Thank you. 2 teams who haven't lost yet in the league are playing at Bramall Lane. Is it likely to change that statistic, Andy Barwell?
Well, it's 2-1 to West Bromwich Albion. The second half makes up for a below-par first 45 minutes. Roman Bednar's header gave West Brom the lead. That lasted barely 2 minutes. Ched Evans lowered it up for Sheffield United. And it was Bednar again who got a second goal. He turned Matt Kilgallen inside out. It's a thrilling game now. Sheffield United 1, West Bromwich Albion 2.
Roy Keane's Ipswich were in danger of experiencing the worst start in 40 years with defeat today. Have they averted that against Preston? Joe Spate can tell us how it's looking.
Well, so far they have. Roy Keane has responded with a triple change as he seeks to lift the pressure and find an elusive first win. Connor Wickham, John Stead and Alan Quinn have all come on. Preston, who led through Keane's former son of the man, Ross Wallace. They had Callum Davison sent off just before half-time. John Walters equalised for Ipswich, but since then just the one real chance for them. Gareth McCauley's header cleared away against the 10 men. A huge 8 minutes for Ipswich. It's 1-1 at Portman Road.
Well, the last time Birmingham City were in the Premier League, they did the double over Spurs. And Andrew James, they're not looking for a winner, are they, at White Hart Lane?
They are indeed, Gabby. They've had the 2 best chances since you were last here. Gary O'Connor into the side netting. If he'd got a left foot, he would have scored. And Roger Johnson just over with a header. The 4th officials held up 4 minutes of additional time. It's Spurs 1, Birmingham 1.
Bolton had taken the lead. Of course, they're 3-2 down to Liverpool. Any sign of a comeback, James Mason?
No, it's backs to the wall stuff, I'm afraid. Liverpool completely in control here, looking very dominant now. Bolton have thrown everything at Liverpool since the sending off of Sean Davis, and to be fair, very difficult for them to get back into it. They're trail 3-2.
Let's go to Ibrox. Ian Turner, there was another goal. I didn't come back to you. Very rude of me. Which way did it go?
I forgive you, Gabby. It went actually to Hamilton, one of their rare attacks. Mark McLaughlin centre half up, headed it home, but Rangers lead 4-1. We're into stoppage time, and it's going to be a comfortable win for Rangers. They're in cruise control thanks to goals from Stephen Whittaker and Chris Boyd, who've helped themselves to 2 each. Stoppage time, Rangers 4, Hamilton Academical 1.
Thank you. Let's go to Pittodrie. Robert Claim, what has anything happened? It was a very dull affair, you said earlier on, between Aberdeen and Motherwell. Anything at all to report?
There is good news coming up. This is soon going to be over. Still 0-0 between Aberdeen and Motherwell. They scored 3 goals each, these two, last weekend. They haven't managed one between them this time around, and it's never really looked likely. 0-0, final whistle approaching, hopefully.
A more exciting assignment next week. Let's go to some goal news. Bramall Lane, Andy Barwell. Where's it gone?
Well, it really is a thriller, Gabby. It's Sheffield United 2, West Bromwich Albion 2. The equaliser for Sheffield United came from the penalty spot after a foul by Malumbu on Darius Henderson. The referee pointed to the spot. Substitute David Cotterill planted it high in the top corner. It's 2-2.
And to the Britannia Stadium, Stoke good for that 1-0 lead, are they, Ben Jacobs?
At the moment, Sunderland throwing men forwards, Reed coming down the left-hand side now. Darren Bent's putting himself about, but Stoke's defence looks resilient. They do not look like conceding. In injury time, Stoke 1, Sunderland 0.
OK, let's go to Oakwell. Alan Biggs, Reading had a considerable lead over the home side. Are they still under pressure?
Well, they're leading 3-1 over Barnsley. They're rampant here today. Their first win beckoning. Barnsley staying bottom, no question. The Royals deserve it, but some sympathy for Barnsley over the circumstances, especially their highly pressurised manager Simon Davey. His side led early through Andy Gray. Alex Pearce levelled, but the game turning on a contentious penalty after the break, given by a linesman as Jimmy Kebe, going nowhere, tumbled under a challenge from Barnsley keeper Steele. Noel Hunt slammed in the penalty, then he headed another just 2 minutes later from Kebe's cross. Reading lead 3-1.
There's been a goal at Ashton Gate. Surely it's a winner, Tony Colliver.
It certainly looks that way. It's Bristol City 2 at Middlesbrough 1. It was a long ball over the top, finding Nicky Maynard. He drilled the ball home for his second strike of the game. Earlier, Adam Johnson had a goal for the visitors, but it's 2-1 to the home side here.
And a goal at the Liberty Stadium as well. Gareth Williams.
Swansea City won, Watford won. The equaliser came when the ball was played in from the right-hand side, and there was Swansea captain Alan Tate, who headed the ball past Scott Lowe. Watford taken an early lead from a free kick, which was taken quickly. Ball played into the penalty box from Tom Cleverley. The ball found Danny Graham, whose effort found the back of the net. It's all square here. It's Swansea City 1, Watford 1.
And it's the final whistle at the Fortress Britannia Stadium. Ben Jacobs.
Stoke City 1, Sunderland 0. 35 points at home last season, 3 now this season as well. 14 months of hell for Dave Kitson have ended with a week of goals. One against Leyton Orient in the League Cup, and the winner today, the brilliant Liam Lawrence, caused problems with his delivery all afternoon, and it was his free kick which Kenwyne Jones tamely nodded into Kitson's path, who punished him with a firm low volley. Sunderland looked inventive but not really clinical and were out-battled in midfield. Darren Bent did curl one wide, but they failed to hit the target. Stoke move into the top 4. Stoke City 1, Sunderland 0.
Let's go to Underhill. There's been a goal, surely a winner, Tony Lockwood. Sol Campbell was needed today, was he?
Sol Campbell stayed away. Sven-Göran Eriksson watched on as high-spending Notts County filed blanks in the North London sunshine. And with the last kick of the game in late drama, Jake Hyde, the Barnet substitute, bundled the ball home from close range. A surprise, the league leaders beaten. Barnet 1, Notts County 0.
OK, it could be a winner. Let's go to White Hart Lane for goal news at the lane from Andrew James.
Well, Gabby, in all honesty, it's no more than Tottenham deserve, but you have to feel the heartbreak of Birmingham, who thought they'd got a point. But in the final minute of 4 added on for stoppage time, Aaron Lennon has twisted and turned on the edge of the box and then fired a shot beyond the outstretched right arm of Joe Hart. 4 Birmingham City players are just lying out on the ground. They're out cold. They thought they'd got a point, but Tottenham look like they've got all 3. Tottenham 2, Birmingham 1, still playing.
Well, they're going to share the lead with Chelsea. Goal difference means they won't get the outright top, but do they deserve it? Are they good for that?
Stephen Carr used to play for Tottenham, makes an awful mistake. He stumbles on the ball and he lets Tottenham in. They steal the ball, Lennon gets it and buries it. They go back top. It's a great strike.
OK, thank you, Garth. Contained, I think you were there. Let's go to Molineux now. Andy May.
Full-time score, 1-1 Gabby. A flick on by Richard Stearman from a free kick. Cancelled out an early Giovanni header for Hull. He scored after just 3 minutes. Mick McCarthy and Wolves will feel perhaps that they should have all 3 points. Keogh, Doyle, Milias and Jarvis all went close in the second half. Hull and Myhill hung on though. Wolves still haven't won at home this season. Hull are still looking for that first away win after their great form on the road last season. A point apiece means both sides remain in the bottom half of the Premier League table this evening. Wolves 1, Hull 1.
Well, Aaron Lennon couldn't have timed that better. Let's go back to White Hart Garrido. Full-time whistle there, and no goals came.
No, afraid not. Blackburn 0, West Ham 0. It was a scrappy game played at pace, but the creativity needed to break the deadlock was sadly lacking throughout. Carlton Cole had most of the Hammers' goal-scoring opportunities. He Didn't really have his radar properly locked on today, though. Shots over the bar from him. For Rovers, Chris Amber and Jason Roberts briefly threatened, but again, neither could keep their efforts on target. Sub David Hoylett did inject some urgency and trickery in the second half. He almost gave the home fans what they wanted with a cheeky chip which brushed the top of the net, but Blackburn go off to booze, and they are still searching for their first win this season. Final score, Blackburn 0, West Ham 0.
Let's go to Lizzie Greenwood-Hughes. She was watching two teams at the top of, or near the top of League One. Who's kept their 100% record today?
It's Leeds. They've beaten Colchester 2-1. And it was a good fast-paced game, actually, particularly the second half where all the goals came. Bradley Johnson opened the scoring for Leeds. Kevin Lisby equalised for Colchester with a penalty, and then Jermaine Beckford scored the winner. So full-time here at the Community Stadium. It's a managerless Colchester United 1, Leeds United 2.
Let's go to Bloomfield Road. Mark Bishop.
Blackpool 3, Coventry City 0 in Holloway's side in their run of 4 successive league draws, Gabby. They put Coventry to the sword today. Charlie Adam put the home side ahead from a penalty after Klinger had brought down Burgess. Burgess then headed Blackpool into a 2-0 lead through Trainee's delicious cross on the left-hand side. And then just to make it worse for a woeful Coventry, the excellent Gary Taylor-Fletcher, another header at the near post. Bad day for Coventry, great result for Blackpool. They've won 3-0.
Let's go to Glanford Park. They're still playing. Robin Bailey, is Jim Magilton going to get his first win in the league as manager of QPR?
I think he's going to be pleased about Adel Tarab's winner, or what looks like being a winner, in the 3rd minute. But he won't be pleased because he's been sent to the stands here. He was so angry that Wayne Routledge had been booked for diving. I think those incidents in that Arsenal-Celtic game have been to blame for that. But he was arguing with the referee, sent to the stands, but it looks like he's getting his first league win of the season.
Roy Keane still looking for his first league win of the season at Portman Road. Joe Spate still playing there.
Yes, we're in the final minute of 5 added minutes as John Stead goes in with the goalkeeper. Maybe that was the last half chance there for Ipswich. After playing against 10 men for over half the game, it should have been their first win. Ipswich haven't created that killer chance, though, and they look like they're staying near the foot of the championship. 1-1.
Full-time at the Keepnote Stadium. Steve Lee, the league leaders this morning. Cardiff, not anymore.
No, Donny 2, Cardiff 0 after 11 goals in the Championship. Cardiff were barren and surprisingly well beaten at the Keepmoat. Adam Lockwood and James Hayter got the Donny goals, doubling their league output inside the first 17 minutes. Cardiff, very disappointing. Michael Chopra had an off day. Doncaster 2, Cardiff 0.
Well, there's been plenty of excitement at Bramall Lane this afternoon for Andy Barwell.
Final score of 2-2. Both sides keep their unbeaten record. Sheffield United left it late to rescue a point. Substitute David Cotterill making no mistake from the penalty spot after Roman Bednar had looked to have clinched it for West Bromwich Albion. A high-tempo, high-quality second half finished Sheffield United 2, West Bromwich Albion 2.
And let's go to League One to Prenton Park. Sahel Sarr, he's been watching the other team in League One with a 100% record.
Yeah, it finished here full-time. Tranmere 0, Charlton 4. Charlton keep their 100% start to the season going with a vibrant display of attacking football. 2 goals in each half dismantled Tranmere. It was too easy at times for Charlton as they made chance after chance as John Barnes and Tranmere Rovers slipped to their 4th defeat of the season in the league. Full-time, Tranmere 0, Charlton 4.
We're here every week on the Red Button from 2:30, of course. Join us then. The lads have plenty to say between now and that time back at 2:30. Let's get on with the classified results, though, with Tim Gudgin.
Opening as usual with the Barclays Premier League. Blackburn Rovers 0, West Ham United 0. Bolton Wanderers 2, Liverpool 3. Chelsea 3, Burnley 0. Manchester United and Arsenal kick off at 5:15. Stoke City 1, Sunderland 0. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Birmingham City 1. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Hull City 1. In the Coca-Cola Championship, Barnsley 1, Reading 3. Blackpool 3, Coventry City 0. Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 1. Doncaster Rovers 2, Cardiff City 0. Ipswich Town 1, Preston North End 1. Nottingham Forest 3, Derby County 2. Plymouth Argyle 1, Sheffield Wednesday 3. Scunthorpe United 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Sheffield United 2, West Bromwich Albion 2. Swansea City 1, Watford 1. In the Coca-Cola League 1, Brentford 1, Oldham Athletic 1. Colchester United 1, Leeds United 2, Exeter City 1, Milton Keynes Dons 2, Hartlepool United 0, Norwich City 2, Huddersfield Town 2, Yeovil Town 1, Leyton Orient 2, Carlisle United 2, Stockport County 1, Southampton 1, Swindon Town 2, Southend United 1, Tranmere Rovers 0, Charlton Athletic 4, Walsall 0, Gillingham 0, Wycombe Wanderers 2, Bristol Rovers 1. And League 2, Accrington Stanley 1, Shrewsbury Town 3, AFC Bournemouth 1, Crewe Alexandra 0, Barnet 1, Notts County 0, Bradford City 2, Torquay United 0, Burton Albion 3, Northampton Town 2, Chesterfield 1, Morecambe 1, Dagenham and Redbridge 3, Lincoln City 0, Darlington 1, Cheltenham Town 1, Grimsby Town 1, Aldershot Town 2, Hereford United 2, Port Vale 2, Macclesfield Town 1, Rotherham United 3, Rochdale 3, Bury 0. In the Blue Square Premier, AFC Wimbledon 0, Oxford United 1, Barrow 1, Tamworth 0, Cambridge United 3, Gateshead 0, Chester City 0, Mansfield Town 1, Crawley Town 1, Grays Athletic 1, Ebbsfleet United 1, Hayes and Yedding United 2, Forest Green Rovers 0, Wrexham 2, Kettering Town 0, Luton Town 0, Kidderminster Harriers 3, Altrincham 0, Salisbury City 1, Eastbourne Borough 1, Stevenage Borough 2, Rushton and Diamonds 1, York City 3, Histon 1. The Clydesdale Scottish Premier League, Aberdeen 0, Motherwell 0, Dundee United 2, Falkirk 1, Kilmarnock 1, St Mirren 2, Rangers 4, Hamilton Academical 1. The Ernbury Scottish Division 1, Airdrie United 1, Dundee 1, Dunfermline Athletic 0, Wraith Rovers 2, Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1, Ross County 3, Partick Thistle 5, Greenock Morton 0, Queen of the South 2, Ayr United 0. Scottish Div 2, Brechin City 3, Dumbarton 1, Clyde 0, Alloa Athletic 1, East Fife 1, Cowdenbeath 1, Stenhousemuir 3, Arbroath 0, Stirling Albion 2, Peterhead 1. And Scottish Div 3, Albion Rovers 1, Livingston 0, Berwick Rangers 1, Queen's Park 0, Elgin City 1, Annan Athletic 1, Forfar Athletic 5, East Stirlingshire 1, and Stranraer 2, Montrose 0. In the Welsh Premier, Aberystwyth Town 2, Prestatyn Town 3, Caersus 3, Welshpool Town 0, Hurl 2, Port Talbot Town 0, the New Saints 2, Airbus UK Broughton 1.
OK, let's have a look at all the tables then, starting, of course, with the Premier League. And Chelsea and Tottenham's perfect start to the season continues. But it's Carlo Ancelotti's side that go top on goal difference thanks to that 3-0 win over Burnley today. Stoke have risen to third with Arsenal and Manchester United meeting at Old Trafford in the 5:15 kickoff. Meanwhile, Everton and Portsmouth have got to wait until tomorrow for the chance to earn their first points of the season. Bolton unable to get off the mark this afternoon, but Blackburn have picked up their first point. None of the clubs in the bottom half actually won today. To the Championship now. Cardiff's shock defeat at Doncaster sees them relinquish the top spot to West Brom, who earned a valuable point at Bramall Lane. Bristol City's impressive victory over Middlesbrough sees them draw level on points with the Teessiders. At the bottom, Barnsley's woes continue. Their defeat to fellow strugglers Reading keeps them rooted to the bottom. First league wins of the season for Nottingham Forest and QPR see them make progress up the table, but Ipswich are still chasing their first victory this term. To the top of League One then, former Premier League clubs Charlton and Leeds not hanging around at the start of the season. Both have maximum points from their first 5 games. Unbeaten MK Dons up to third. Huddersfield also moving above Colchester, Brentford and Bristol Rovers. At the bottom, Southampton still await their first win of the season and remain 9 points adrift of Brighton. Tranmere and Hartlepool both suffered home defeats and slipped below Wycombe, who won for the first time this season. And to League Two, Dagenham and Redbridge's easy win over Lincoln sees them hold on to top spot on goal difference. Wins for Bournemouth and Rotherham help keep them apace with the Daggers. At the bottom, Darlington earned their first point of the season, but it isn't enough to haul them off the bottom. Hereford and Morecambe also remain without a win after 5 matches of the season. To the Blue Square Premier League now. No change at the top, with Oxford and Mansfield both earning narrow away wins. Luton lose ground after being held by Kettering, while victory for York puts them 4th. At the bottom, Chester's plight already looks hopeless. Forest Green have lost all 6 games despite not being bottom, while Ebbsfleet are the 3rd club yet to win this season. And let's have a little look at the SPL. A routine victory for Rangers over Hamilton maintains their 100% start to the season and keeps the Ackies rooted to the bottom of the table. Dundee United's unbeaten run continues. They move into 2nd ahead of Celtic, who play tomorrow. Okay, here are this afternoon's headlines from the Premier League. Bolton, Chelsea 3. Stoke 1, Sunderland 0. Stoke up to 3rd in the table with record signing Dave Kitson ending his year-long goal drought in the Premier League. It was goalless at Ewood Park. West Ham put a difficult week behind them by earning a hard-fought point away. Neither side ever looked capable of breaking the deadlock in a match light on quality and chances. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Hull City 1. Wolves unable to earn the home win their manager Mick McCarthy craved, settling for a draw with Hull. Well, you can see all of today's Premier League goals, of course, in Match of the Day, 10:30 tonight on BBC One. Then after that, Manish at 11:50 and the league team, including Steve, will bring you the rest of the afternoon's goals and address the big talking points. Tomorrow at 10:45 on BBC One, you can see highlights from the 3 Premier League matches in Match of the Day 2. The big points for today, aside from issues kind of on the pitch, the drama off the pitch has been huge for football this week, taking us into territory we don't want to go, hasn't it, Garth?
Yeah, absolutely. And we saw a little bit of it in the Championship at Nottingham Forest, which was sad. A young lad who got carried away. And I think the sooner he apologises and just says he got carried away, I think the quicker we can forget that sorry episode. We saw some of the pictures, it was sad. It's been a bad week, but it's a week we can get over, providing there's no copycat reaction.
Indeed, on the pitch, for you today, what are the big talking points? What are the points people are going to be discussing right now on their way home from the matches?
Well, I mean, before we started, there were Liverpool supporters saying that if they lost this game today, they would probably, in effect, they possibly might be out of the race. So there will be a talking point with the sending off for Sean Davis, no doubt about that. Tottenham's last gasp winner. There aren't too many quiet Saturdays anymore, are there?
No, but you know, to go back to the game at the Reebok Stadium, is it surely just, you said earlier on, papering over the cracks, though?
Absolutely. James Mason gave us a description of the game, and it was his first sentence said, "This is just merely papering over the cracks," and it was a very, very good description of what we saw. They weren't by any means convincing. There were lots and lots of things missing in their game, and they have to improve, certainly.
Let's go back to White Hart Lane. John Motson was watching that Tottenham-Birmingham City match there. A dramatic finish. Was it deserved win for Tottenham?
Well, only just if it was, Gabby, because Birmingham City came back into the game in the second half like you wouldn't believe. The story of this match was that Tottenham lost 3 players with injury. Ledley King, Luka Modric and Jermaine Defoe. Now, Peter Crouch came on for Modric, hit the bar, had one off the line and then put Tottenham ahead. And immediately, Alex McLeish threw on Christian Benitez. Now, this guy from Ecuador hasn't really got going yet for Birmingham, but I really feel sorry for defences once he does, because he harassed Tottenham into conceding an equaliser, and then Birmingham looked the more likely winners. The winning goal came in the 5th minute of stoppage time, would you believe? Aaron Lennon, so it wasn't as convincing as Tottenham might have expected today, Gabby.
Any news on those injuries? Of course, we know Ledley King has that long-term injury to his knee, and that's why he doesn't train properly during the week. But this was his groin, wasn't it?
It was. I gather Jermaine Defoe's hurt his arm. We'll find out, obviously, before later on and before Match of the Day what's happened to Modric, because basically all 3 of them were unable to continue. I must just say, for Alex McLeish and Birmingham, they fought really, really well today without 7 first-choice players, with the club in a very transient stage. There's nothing wrong with their spirit. They really resisted Tottenham for long periods.
So when Carson Young's money comes, maybe it will make a big difference to what they can field on the pitch, Martin. But today, obviously, the injury news is going to be the most significant thing, but besides the result for Tottenham. Jermaine Defoe would be a big loss going forwards for them.
Yeah, without doubt. Defoe has been the player of the season so far. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. He went down under a big challenge. But, you know, today, really, the story is another English player, Lennon, finishing off the job for his team, Crouch coming off the bench. Lots of English players in that Tottenham team all doing extremely well at the moment.
OK, it was huge pressure for Liverpool heading into their match against Bolton today. They won it 3-2. Rafa Benitez is talking to Simon Brotherton.
Well, Rafa, you wanted a response from your team after Monday's performance against Aston Villa. Do you feel you got it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that the players, they were working very, very hard from the beginning, trying to play football, and I think that we have a lot of control, concede, and twice to come from behind. I think it was very, very positive.
10 minutes to go, it was still 2-2. It was all Liverpool, but were you scratching your head thinking, oh, this is going to be a lost opportunity?
Not really. I had confidence because we were very dominant. We were creating chances, so it was a question of to be a little bit more precise at the end. But I think that the team was pushing and pushing. And again, I would say we showed character that I think that the fans will be really pleased.
You pointedly asked for more from your captain as well. He gave it to you, didn't he, with the winning goal?
I was talking about the senior players, and I think that they showed today that they are really good. And again, why we get 86 points. We got 86 points the last year because we have quality in the squad.
He's going to feel relieved. When he looks back at the match, though, Garth, he's still going to see there are things to be done there. This is
appalling defending, appalling on 2 occasions, no one to head a ball, and the turning point was Alan Wiley let them out of jail. That's why Liverpool come away with the result.
They were bullied at the times today. Caracas at the back coming in for Skirtle, and Carragher with his 15 stitches didn't look like he wanted to head the ball.
A great response from Steven Gerrard, though.
Gerrard is the one who gets him out of trouble at all times.
Always.
Yeah, well, he did it again today, responded, of course, as well to what his manager said. OK, guys, thank you very much for the moment. More reaction, plus goals from Nottingham Forest against Derby to come on the red button. And then we will as well be discussing events from the City ground today. Some unsavoury scenes on the pitch at the end of that match, if you haven't heard about it. Insightful behaviour. Luckily, the crowd didn't react. More from Steve, Garth and Martin and me. It's goodbye from all of us. We'll see you on the red button.